Hi, my name is Sarnor. Over the past few weeks, I've been practicing something that Carl Nordgren calls creative confidence through everyday experimentation. And the whole idea is that creativity isn't just for big projects or creative people, but it's something that we build by making tiny changes in our daily routines, by doing little low pressure experiments that open up new possibilities. So I decided to try it, and I implemented it in my actual everyday life and recorded what happened. I started small by simply switching the order of my habits. I took my vitamins before brushing my teeth, and I put my contacts in before my skincare. It sounds random, but trying these tiny changes like this actually made me more aware of my routines, and it made me more curious about what else I could experiment with. That curiosity ended up following me. I opened up a new pair of contact lenses, and it had brought up the memory that slime, when you make it, sometimes it has borax in it, or the contact lens solution that you use has borax in it, which activates slime. And normally I would have thrown out the contact solution stuff since it was brand new. I just decided, let me use my old slime, put the contact solution in the old slime, and see if it activates. And it worked, kinda. But it just reminded me that creativity often shows up when we combine what we already know in new ways. I tried stepping out of my automatic habits by taking different routes to class instead of my typical everyday route. I went to a comedy show with my sisters and my brother-in-law. They're new parents. It was their first time out, so it's a really exciting time for them and for us. It was fun, but I normally don't do that on the weekdays. These weren't huge life changes, but each one made me more open and more observant, and honestly, I was just excited to go about my day when I knew that I had these things planned, or when I tried these different routes. Even with food, I tried switching things up a little bit. I got a matcha, like I always do sometimes, and instead of just getting a matcha, I ended up also getting a new dessert. And when I went out with a friend, I tried a potato cheese dog, and it had sugar, ketchup, and mustard on it, and I actually liked it. I ended up getting a new lunch meat. The lunch meat is black pepper turkey, and it's so good, but I was tired of making sandwiches, so instead of making a sandwich, I ended up making a salad with the sandwich ingredients. I would normally put lettuce, tomato, and then I'd put mayonnaise, and then I'd put honey mustard, and then the lunch meat, and instead of making a sandwich, I ended up making a salad. It turns out that Nordgren was right. These little experiments made me more flexible and willing to try new things. I kept following that mindset, and it also ran into my social life as well. I said yes to petting goats with some friends. I tried cupcakes for my niece's monthly milestones. It was for her second month. We tried cupcakes. I found that creativity also showed up in practical ways too. I kept losing my camera, and so I got an AirTag, and I got a holder, but the holder wouldn't fit the AirTag. So I found a different holder, and I actually didn't do it yet, but I did try the holder on the AirTag and on my camera, and this one works. So I'm planning on super gluing the AirTag, not the AirTag, actual AirTag, but super gluing the closure, and then also super gluing the clasp, just so that nobody can take it off of my camera. So by doing that, I experimented with different solutions, and I ended up creating my own attachment system. This reminded me that creativity isn't just art, it's problem solving as well. I went to a brand new Starbucks location with a friend as well to study, which is exciting. And I ran the turkey trot with my family for the first time ever. Every one of these small choices added up to a bigger feeling. I was becoming more open, more playful, and more confident. After doing these tiny experiments, I realized that creativity isn't a big magical moment. It's built through small things. So choosing that route, switching a habit, trying new food, saying yes to something random, or inventing a solution when things don't fit perfectly. Carl Nordgren was right. when practicing everyday experimentation, you shouldn't just become creative. You should become more confident in your ability to adapt, imagine, and create possibilities in your own life. And honestly, this project has really helped me see that, and I'm already feeling more creative, and honestly more creative than I thought I could be. So it's really great. Okay, thank you.